Welcome back to the channel once again, good friends. I have my trusty sidekick. We're once again working on the Lexus LX 470. Something I wanted to show you today, just a little bit different. You get, bumps, bruises, boo-boos. They're going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it's hard to avoid them nowadays with all the reckless drivers out there. And all it takes is something like this to cause an unsightly mark on your vehicle. Yes, a body shop is going to be the best, the only way to fix it properly and bring it back to that OEM look. Sanding off the damage, if they need to use a filler, if they need to replace the part, whatever they need to do, respray it, re-clear it, that's going to be the way to go. However, body shops, in my area, it could take weeks, months to get in an appointment, a proper appointment with a body shop. Today I'm going to show you something to bridge you to that appointment and make it just a little bit less unsightly. So let's get started. All right, so this is a wipe-on clear coat kit, complete kit. And there are quite a few available nowadays. I did show you one from Turtle Wax already. I'm going to show you this one. There's a few more. I'll bring those to your attention as well. This is best laid on with a spray gun that you could pick up from Harbor Freight really cheap. But there are certain instances where you can wipe it on and it'll work perfectly fine to get you through to a proper body shop visit. I wouldn't do large flat panels with this stuff, especially if you're going to wipe it on. If you're going to spray it on, that's perfectly fine, but why not get a 2K clear or a diamond clear instead? So I keep this around for, I'm going to show you a few instances where you can actually get some really cool results. So it comes with a bag of rags. I don't use those. It comes with a microfiber applicator. I would prefer micro suede, some scuff pads, a wax and grease remover and cleaner, and then the wipe-on clear coat, and then a catalyst for the clear, maybe like a hardener, and then instructions as well. So everything there, if needed, to get you going. And the damage. Somebody at some point lightly got up against the rear bumper on the Lexus, and there are marks from here all the way up to here. Only way to get this back to the OEM look, sand it down, respray it, and a body shop visit is unavoidable. However, until that point comes, I'm going to show you how to make it look a little bit more presentable for yourself and anybody else that looks at it. To get this party kicked off, you can immediately do some taping right here on this trim piece. If there's trim pieces down here, you want to keep them protected. I'll probably tape a little bit later when we start to actually clear. But we're going to break out the wax and grease remover or their cleaner to prep the surface. So let me get the caps off of this. I'm going to dump it into this pad and scuff. So what we're doing, guys, is we're cleaning any old waxes, sealants, anything that can get in the way. And you want to work in a well-ventilated area. Ask me how I know. I'm about to keel over here. No, it's not bad, but you definitely want to work in a ventilated area. But we're also at the same time scuffing the clear coat in the area that's compromised. So that clear coat we wipe on has something to grab onto, clasp onto. So just take your time. Scuff up the area as you're cleaning it. the roughest areas where you want to concentrate. Get them smooth, not jagged. All right, that's going to do it. Of course, this is after a full wash and decon. That's already been done to this truck, so I didn't think that was needed to show you that. But you will need to wash and decon it first before this step. All right. Okay, similar to wet sanding, I scuff until I see the white milky substance kind of running down the panel. And that's the best way you know you're shaving some clear coat. You don't have to go very far. You just want to smooth things out and then wash the area. Get rid of that residue. That will do. Let me take a second to squeegee this moisture back towards the drain. Okay. Now we need to dry the area completely. Also very important. First, I'll use this drying towel, mop up most of it. And then forced air is going to be your best friend for the next step. Speed up the process, or just let it air dry. Come back a little later. See how we're still getting a ton of moisture out of the corners. I'll go over it with the towel one more time, and I'll let it air dry for a little bit. Go finish something else, and I'll come back when I know this is completely dry. It's very important. Every situation will be different. You only want to use what will cover the area you're working on, and then save the rest for a later date. As long as you keep these two separate, that's not a big issue. So 8 to 1, you're just going to have to do the math on that, depending on how much you need in the container that you have. Okay, I'm going to put the catalyst in first. I don't need a whole heck of a lot. That will be more than enough. When it comes to wiping on clear coat, doesn't matter what brand it is, the media that you pick to wipe it on is going to be important. But remember, no matter what you pick, you're always going to see the white marks. They self-level only to a certain extent. Very, very important that you realize you're always going to see some sort of white marks. Now, there's one thing that it's not permanent. You can wait until the wipe-on clear dries completely within 24 hours and do a little bit of wet sanding and color sanding and polishing, and that will flatten it out. But you will expect to see wipe marks when you're doing it this way. Spraying it on, completely different, looks fantastic. Some basic minimalist taping, I guess you could call it. I didn't want to get any on the black. There's no need to get it on the plastic trim. This here actually could use some clear on top of it, so I don't mind. We'll grab the clear coat. We're going to work from top to bottom. And once you get it on there, you don't want to go over the area again within 30 to 40 seconds, or you're going to cause more white marks. So make sure everything's nice and quiet. You're not going to get disturbed, and you can get this done. Front to back, top to bottom. That's looking pretty good there. It's the last time I'm going to touch that area, and that will do. So, I mean, for what it is, it's already looking fantastic. And if somebody is walking by this right now, I can't tell it's been damaged. Right here, yeah, where it actually took some of the color off, a little bit of the color off. But, guys, it makes the eyesore just a little bit less, so you can make it to your body shop appointment and just be a little bit more relaxed about it, as this kind of stuff drives me crazy until it's fixed. Cure time. Well, 20 to 30 minutes so it's dry to the touch, and then a full 24 hours until it's fully cured, where you can start wet sanding and polishing if needed. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. We have so much more coming in that has been ordered for this. Some have been waiting for quite some time. We do have the lights back here, the LED has to be replaced, interior parts, and we are getting closer to getting this done. It's looking a whole hell of a lot better. It drives now like a dream. Whoever owns this next will be a happy commuter. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video. I could deal with that. I could deal with that for now.